breaking news, and the British tabloids are already foaming at the mouth. Prince Harry has officially landed in Toronto, Canada, and while Canadians are rolling out the red carpet with warmth and gratitude, the British press is over there acting like someone just unplugged their Wi-Fi. The contrast is absolutely chef's kiss. Harry's not in Canada for glitz or headlines. He's there for something the tabloids can't quite understand. Service. Real, human, boots-on-the-ground service to veterans and military families. You know, that thing he's actually been doing his whole life, while the so-called royal experts have been busy sitting in studios yelling into microphones about duty. Harry's trip, organised with the True Patriot Love Foundation, is tied to Remembrance Day, one of the most important moments in the military calendar. And this visit isn't some last-minute PR scramble. Oh no. It's been in the works for nearly a year. A whole year of planning, coordination and purpose. That's how someone who actually cares about veterans operates. Not someone chasing headlines or pretending to plant trees for the cameras. Now, let's be honest. The UK media absolutely cannot handle the fact that Harry keeps proving them wrong. They've spent years painting him as a man who abandoned duty. But look at him now, visiting veteran centres, meeting with the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada, attending fundraisers for wounded soldiers, and spending time at Sunnybrook Health Sciences Centre, one of Canada's largest veteran facilities. That's not a man running from responsibility. That's a man owning it. And here's where it gets poetic. Toronto isn't just another stop on the map. It's where Harry and Meghan Sussex first stepped into the public eye as a couple back in 2017 during the Invictus Games. It's where the world first saw a royal who looked genuinely happy. Imagine that. And a woman who wasn't there to play palace puppet. Meghan was thriving in her own career, starring in Suits, building a name for herself before any titles or tiaras. And Harry? He found someone who understood him for who he really was, not for what he represented. Now, years later, he's back, not as Prince Harry the Spare, but as Harry, the veteran, the husband, the father, and the humanitarian. The symbolism is powerful. He's not returning to chase applause, he's returning to give back. He's no longer standing in anyone's shadow. He's casting his own light. Meanwhile, Canadian media is handling the story with class and integrity. Imagine that. Headlines from outlets like CBC, CTV and Toronto Star are respectful, factual and focused on his mission. Prince Harry in Toronto for remembrance events. Prince Harry supports veterans. Simple, honest, journalism the way it should be. Now compare that with the chaos back in the UK. The tabloids are in full meltdown mode, writing like someone replaced their tea with truth serum. The Independent couldn't resist throwing Prince William's name into Harry's story. Prince Harry visits Canada amid Brother William's trip to Brazil. Really? The man can't even breathe in North America without his brother's name tagging along like a royal shadow. And People magazine followed the same silly angle, making it sound like the two brothers are running rival tours, as if this is the Royal Olympics. It's absurd. Harry's visiting veterans who've sacrificed their health and their families for their countries, while the tabloids are busy counting who got the bigger crowd. Newsflash. This isn't a popularity contest. It's about service, remembrance and humanity. And just when you think the nonsense has peaked, here comes the Daily Beast, declaring Harry's trip a revenge tour. Excuse me? Supporting wounded soldiers is now an act of revenge? Against who? PTSD. The only revenge Harry's serving is against the toxic narrative that the tabloids keep recycling. Then, for comic relief, Yahoo Entertainment decided to focus on Harry's baseball cap. Yes, his baseball cap. Prince Harry's hat choice sparks outrage. Really? He's literally standing with veterans and raising money for wounded soldiers. But sure, let's have a national debate over his hat. It's beyond satire at this point. It's royal comedy hour. But let's face it, the British press is obsessed because Harry's success is their biggest nightmare. He walked away from the institution, and instead of vanishing into irrelevance like they predicted, he's thriving. Every headline they write about him is proof that they can't let go. If he was truly irrelevant, why are they tracking his every move, comparing his events to William's, analysing which country clapped louder? It's simple. They need him. He's the royal they claim to hate, but secretly can't survive without. The clicks, the views, the engagement, all come from Harry and Meghan Sussex. Without them, the UK tabloids would be left with tumbleweeds and outdated stories about palace gardening. What's remarkable is that Harry's relevance isn't built on scandal or palace gossip. It's built on purpose. He's out there doing the work, advocating for mental health, supporting veterans, uplifting families, while the same media that mocked his every step is still stuck recycling 2018 headlines about who made who cry. And Canada gets it. The tone, the coverage, the comments, all of it reflects respect and appreciation. Canadians are thanking him for his service, acknowledging his sincerity and recognising his impact. They're treating him the way a veteran should be treated, with dignity, not as tabloid entertainment. This entire trip is proof that Harry's vision of service, the one he talked about when he stepped away from the royal family, is alive and thriving. He's showing that duty isn't about wearing medals on a balcony once a year. It's about showing up, doing the work, and using your influence to create real change. And let's not forget the emotional full circle of it all. Toronto was the birthplace of his and Meghan Sussexes' love story. The place where everything began, before the noise, before the attacks, before the Megxit hysteria. And now he's returned as a stronger, wiser and freer man. It's poetic, it's powerful, and it's a clear sign that Harry's not just surviving outside the royal bubble, he's thriving. Meanwhile, the monarchy's PR machine keeps spinning, desperately trying to distract with sources close to the palace and insiders say. But here's the truth, the world isn't buying it anymore. Harry doesn't need a palace balcony to make an impact. He's doing it with purpose, compassion and integrity. And if that's what going rogue looks like, then sign me up. Because at the end of the day, Harry's trip to Toronto isn't just another engagement. It's a message, a powerful reminder that leadership comes from empathy, not entitlement. It's about walking beside people, not standing above them. And that's what makes Harry and Meghan Sussex so threatening to the old royal establishment. They represent progress. They represent independence. They represent the future the monarchy keeps pretending it wants, but can't quite stomach. So let the tabloids froth. Let the so-called royal experts rant on breakfast TV. The truth is right there in front of us. Prince Harry is living proof that purpose shines brighter than privilege. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to keep supporting Sussexes' squad, where we cut through the media noise and celebrate Harry and Meghan Sussex for who they really are, hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell and drop a comment below. Tell us what you think about Canada's warm welcome versus the UK's royal meltdown. And if you'd like to show extra love for our channel and help us keep standing up for the truth, feel free to send a super thanks right here on YouTube. Every bit of support helps us keep exposing the hypocrisy and celebrating the real story behind the Sussexes' journey. Until next time, stay tuned, because the Sussexes keep winning and the world keeps watching.